Welcome to today's guided meditation. Recently, we have all had a lot of time to come to terms with a lot of emotion, good and bad. So today, I want to take a tour through these emotions, learning them, feeling them, and accepting them as a valuable part of you. Close your eyes and find yourself a seat. Sit down comfortably and make sure to remove any sharp objects nearby, because eventually we will get to anger, and we don't want a repeat of last New Year's Eve. Sure, all charges were dropped, but it's still an ongoing investigation, and you don't want to do another nickel, do you? So take a deep breath in, collecting yourself in this moment, and breathe out, falling backwards into the comforting arms of your inner universe. In this plane of existence, your only goal is to continue breathing slowly and with intent, and to let your mind explore your emotions without judgment. Allow yourself to be free, to let go of what is right and wrong, and focus all of your heart energy on your ever-flowing think juice, and let it cascade freely into the feel farm. Connect the two with your breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Visualize yourself now on a beautiful farm where each of your emotions has a place in the field. Here they are free to grow, good or bad, all in unity, each one as important as the other. A paradise of feels. This farm is like something straight out of a Disney cartoon, which is good, because if this farm were straight out of anything on Netflix, all of your emotions would be packed into small cages, fed until they could barely walk, and then slaughtered on a conveyor belt on their way to McDonald's. Thank you, Netflix, for the uplifting content, by the way. You really know how to make people hate things. Breathe in and breathe out. Take everything in as a whole and start moving about your farm, feeling a taste of each emotion as you pass it, a fleeting flavor of feels. Perhaps you walk by happy for a moment and remember that time you hugged your grandmother, catching the sweet aroma of her special marinara sauce on her apron. Let the emotion fill you, but only for a moment, because up next is the cold, familiar pang of disappointment as she lets go of the hug and asks about your Oriental friend while denying the climate crisis all in one breath. But variety is the true flavor of life, and you still love your racist Nana. Breathe in, breathe out. You'll notice quickly that in your farm, there is no positive emotion section or negative emotion section. All of your feels are mixed into a seasonal sentimental salad full of flavors that complement each other in every bite. You pass fulfillment as you briefly feel the acceptance of your work being recognized and lauded by someone you respect. And before that feeling has time to sink in, you're already on to frustration, which sends you briefly down the road of a short film you submitted to an agent, and they told you that you're funny, but not the right kind of funny. And it's like, what the fuck does that mean? Is it funny or not? Breathe in breathe out. Our emotions are complex, and they all demand our attention, sometimes all at once. The practice we must learn is to separate them and take them in one by one, so we do not get overwhelmed under the weight of all of it at once and can accept them separately and in their own light. So let's close out today by taking a few deep breaths in together, each time feeling a new emotion, giving it space, and moving on. Let's begin. Breathe in and feel sadness rush in, and breathe out, replacing it with joy. Breathe in, feel anger rush in, and breathe out, replacing it with patience. Breathe in, feel exhaustion rush in, and breathe out, replacing it with Adderall, like everyone else. Having taken a tour of your raw emotions, be aware that you might feel on edge when you open your eyes. So take your time to get back to center and come back to the world at your pace, so that we don't have another New Year's on our hands, and you don't have to play chess for 5 years while occasionally prepping 4-part harmonies for your prison a cappella group. It's Shiv o'clock somewhere. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.